Hi YouTube, a slightly different type of video, not gaming related, but just showing off my CD collection. And for this first instalment, it's going to be my dub and reggae CDs. I've got a fair few reggae CDs, not much in the way of modern dancehall or bashment type stuff. Though I don't mind it, I just don't have very much of it. I've mainly bought older root stuff and dub, and some pre-root stuff as well, some ska, rocksteady, etc. But the main bulk of it is mainly dub and early to late 70s reggae. There is some 80s stuff in there as well. So first up, we've got Rhythm and Sound with Tiki Man, and yeah, you could probably say this is like digidub, sort of almost verging on dub techno actually, from the guys behind Basic Channel in Germany, and yeah, it's quite a good one. This it's the only one I have of theirs. I don't have any of the others. Next up is the Prime of Horace Andy. Yeah, that's a good one. That this one is more like a more modern interpretation of like Roots, sort of Roots meets digidub really. Starkey Banton, British guy, and yeah, that's a really good one. This I like this a lot. It came out, I think it came out in the late 90s. I think it's the late 90s anyway. But yeah, that's a good one. And major players in the digidub scene. I haven't got them all. I've only got 2 or 3 of their CDs. I actually don't own that many British sort of digidub stuff. So I mean, I don't, apart from things on compilations, I don't have Irish and Steppers or Manasseh. But anyway, Alpha and Omega, and this is Voice in the Wilderness, and then Alpha and Omega again, Tree of Life, and Alpha and Omega meets the Disciples. It's like the Sacred Art of Dub. It's like a remix of various Alpha and Omega tunes. So yeah, that's quite a good one. I'm sure everybody's heard of Scientist, and it's a heavyweight dub champion. Yeah, and that's excellent, really good. Yeah, that was great when it came out in 1980. Very good. This one here, Scientist versus Prince Jammy. I'll try and get that out. Big Showdown. Again, 1980. People were still making dub albums, you know, well into the 80s. But I suppose the heyday of dub was really sort of the mid 70s, mid to late 70s anyway. But yeah, the Scientists did some really good ones. Compilation of Jackie Matu, brilliant keyboard player, initially with the Scatterlights, and then did stuff with, did loads of stuff on his own. On his own, I should say. I mean, I say on his own. I mean, he did stuff with lots of people. Like a lot of Jamaican guys, they were session players as well. So I mean, they played literally thousands of reggae tunes, and this is a really great compilation. Really good. Another big one, a double CD one. This with Yabby You, Jesus Dread. On Blood and Fire. Got quite a few Blood and Fire compilations. The 2 main ones, certainly in Britain anyway, Blood and Fire, the reissue labels are Blood and Fire and Pressure Sounds. This is a good one from them. I've got UB40, first UB40 CD. I know a lot of people consider them to be more of a pop band or whatever, but I quite like the first few CDs, so I've got that there. You know. UB40 Present Arms, that's the second one. yeah, I like this one as well. They did go off the boil a bit, well, considerably, but their early stuff is really quite acceptable. I mean, I must admit I do quite like it. And the dub version of Present Arms and Dub, which is really good as well. And then a recent reissue, one that had been unavailable actually for a long time, Joe Higgs' Life of Contradiction. This is a really nice one there on Pressure Sounds, and definitely well worth picking up. I like that one a lot. Prince Farayan, the Arabs. This one's Cry Taff Dub Encounter Chapter 3, produced with Agent Sherwood. A trilogy of albums with Agent Sherwood back in the late 70s. Yeah, it's a really good one. And Prince Farayan again, Dub to Africa. Yeah, excellent one. This really good. And of course the first one, which is Cry Taff Dub Encounter Chapter 1. It's really good. Really like this. It's probably my favourite of them all actually. Really like this one. And then we're on to Augustus Pablo, Classic Rockers. It was a compilation of Augustus Pablo productions or artists on Augustus Pablo's label. Very good indeed. And a compilation, Augustus Pablo, the Great Pablo. Really good, melodic player. Just really great guy. If you can see him, buy anything by Augustus Pablo, you won't go wrong at all. And of course the most famous one, just stop the glare. The most famous one, King Tubby Meets the Rockers Uptown. Just a fantastic CD. I mean, just amazing. Really good. Probably one of the best dub albums I own. Just great. Wonderful. I love it. And then East of the River Nile, again Augustus Pablo. A lot more easygoing, a lot gentler than say King Tubby Meets the Rockers Uptown, but great album. As I said before, you can't go wrong with Augustus Pablo. Really good artist. Another one here on, I think it's on Pressure Sounds, yeah, Pressure Sounds, and that's Techniques and Dub. Yeah, that's a really good one. And this is a classic one, really good dub album, and it's Keith Hudson, pick it up. Again, another great artist, Keith Hudson. You can't go far wrong with him either. But this is a really good one. It's probably the best reissue actually that Blood and Fire did. Yeah, if you see this at all, I mean, definitely pick this up. And now I've got one that's it is modern dancehall. Red Rat. Don't know why I bought this. I bought it mainly because I quite like Shelly Ann, and he's got, shall we say, an idiosyncratic voice, really high pitched kind of voice, which he's used on some dance tunes as well. There was at least one speed garage tune. I think it might be the guys behind 99 RIP Groove, I think it was Double 99 RIP Groove, back in the late 90s. I think it was them anyway. I think it was them anyway. But anyway, Red Rat, I think, did one of the mixes anyway. His voice was on one of the mixes. It's quite good, quite fun. Can get a bit wearing after a while. But yeah, I quite liked it. I don't listen to it that often, but I mean, it's good fun. It is good.